Oh man, hello everybody. How are you all? It's a Monday. It's the Monday after the Oscars and the Last of Us finale. It's the Monday after the Hunters release week. Oh, what a day we are in. But we tonight are not looking at the past. We're looking towards the future. This week we got a bunch of great Star Wars news. The From a Certain Point of View, Return of the Jedi authors got announced. The Celebration panels got announced, and we're gonna walk through all of our favorites tonight. We got an awesome crew. We got an awesome audience because of you. Yeah, no, behind. Yeah, you're the best. But you're not Wes, are you? Because if you were, you could punch it. And welcome to the Living Force, a Utini Network podcast that is all about all the future Star Wars content we're getting tonight. I'm one of your hosts, Eric Eilerson, and joining me to chat about all the things we love is not a single damn medical professional. That's right! They've all abandoned us and have lost the trust of not only us, but the entire medical community. They'll be back next week. But you know who is here? The constant star, the guiding light, the pole star of my soul, and the man with the freshest cut in the show. Wes Jenkins! What's up, buddy?
The pole star of my show. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's me! Hello, everyone. Wes Jenkins here. Hopefully everyone's having a good time. I just found out that Star Wars Celebration panels got put out, and I found that out today. And so I have no idea what's going on, so I'm going to learn along just like y'all. So, yeah, good to be here. Good to be here. It's still light outside, as you can see here. That's sunlight. Usually it's darkness. So.
Oh my gosh, we did lose an hour. I remember getting up on Sunday morning this week and being like, it's 11:30. And it was only 10:30, which is still late, but it was Sunday. Leave me alone. You don't know me. But you know who I do know is one of my other dear friends who's practically a regular on this show at this point because we keep dragging her in from the cold, harsh streets of Maine to talk about Star Wars. It's the Bo-Katan fan with the plan, Emma Park. Welcome to the show.
Love it. So good. Hello, everybody. Hello again. I like to consider myself the unofficial, fifth member of the show at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good. It's a good week to be a Bo-Katan fan, to say the least. And I think I need Bo-Katan's armor in order to survive the harsh winter of Maine. I think that would help me a bit.
That would be perfect.
If only.
Only second to the harsh treachery of Mandalore's winter is that of Maine in the United States.
Yeah.
But Emma, if you are our fifth member, which I do believe, we do have a sixth man of the year. It is Timothy Guthrie. Welcome, man.
Hello, plus cat.
With the cat.
Well, I guess this is happening.
Hey, Bennett.
So, Bennett is here. Let's see if we can get him on camera there.
Oh,
there we go.
Hey, Bennett.
He's clearly so happy.
This is new, not planned. Hello, everybody. It's good to see y'all.
Thanks for coming in, buddy. Happy to have you guys. Happy to have you all here as well. If you're watching, grab your cat. You know, if you don't have one, there's many up for adoption nowadays. They all need your help. But I hope you're having a great night, having a great day. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We got so much stuff coming out, guides, reviews, all that good stuff, and these shows, of course. And if you're listening to us on your podcast catcher of choice, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it may be, if you haven't reviewed us yet, what else do you want? Please do. 5 stars help people find the show, and it makes me feel happy, and it keeps the darkness away just for another day or so. But tonight, we are talking not about the darkness, but about the light and all the future Star Wars content that is coming our way. But before we get into that, y'all, as you may see behind me, I need to celebrate a great, momentous occasion. Last week, I went to Barnes & Noble, and I got the Hunter's book!
It's real!
Hunters, Battle for the Arena! We will not be reviewing this officially on the show, because honestly, we thought it was fake. I thought it was fake when I got the email. But it's here. It's here. So it's
Yeah,
a mini
true.
hardcover.
Cannot believe it.
Yeah, I've been reading through it, and it is this is a wild read. It's fun. Yeah, JG in the chat already finished it. Our buddy Oz, who is the #1 Hunters lover on the Utini team, of course, read it. It is a lot of fun. I will say this: if you're into the Hunters game or you're a completionist, go ahead and pick it up. It's very fun. It is the most descriptive of a video game in a book that's lore I've ever read, if that makes sense. Like, it is wild how Marcus Shiro is like takes video gamey conventions and tries to make them into like, and this is the story. And I'm like, this is just a mobile game as a book, but it's fun, breezy read. Anyway, happy Hunters Week, everybody. Are we ever gonna get that game? It's like in Denmark now, I think.
Yeah, it's in like several countries. It just not
Yeah.
the United States. I hope so. I'm interested in it. Like I don't know, it might be fun to play on the Switch or something. I'm not a huge
Yeah.
like phone gamer, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be great. So, anyway, I just had to shout that out. I'm glad if there's 4 of you that read the Hunter's book, that's great. Why not? But most importantly, this week has been an amazing week for Star Wars book fans in our community because our Utini Book Madness has continued after an amazing start last week. We've had matchup after matchup after matchup, thousands and thousands of votes total across all of our matchups, and it's been really fun. Frankly, I mean, that's all there is to it. March Madness brackets are always a blast, but there's been some heated debates. Some people have been respectful. Thank you. If you haven't, fix that. But tonight what I wanted to do is just kind of highlight a few of the matchups. Last week, of course, we went through all the matchups so far, but with 2 a day, that's too many, frankly. So, Wes, we have some amazing graphics that we put together, of course, for some winners. So let's put those up on the screen, and I would love y'all's reaction. Okay. Tim, you have been instrumental in this whole thing. Tell us,
Yeah.
and our audio listeners especially, this first matchup that won over, and this one kind of also set the tone for someone that's been cleaning up quite healthily this week.
It did. So this particular match that we're looking at, those glowing red eyes, we all know who this is. This is Thrawn. He is maybe going to sweep the Book Madness, the whole thing. But this particular match was the Thrawn Ascendancy trilogy against the High Republic Into the Dark. And it was brutal. To be honest, Thrawn Ascendancy trilogy racked up 482 votes to Claudia Gray's Into the Dark 236, which is respectable. It's respectable.
Yes, sure.
It's still a beatdown.
Yeah.
It's wild, and because we had a lot of people saying, "Oh, High Republic is gonna carry," you know, they always do.
Yeah.
We love the High Republic here, but you know, I mean, Thrawn's got a lot of love. A lot of fans of the Blue Boy, you know, especially our friend of the show, Cheryl Bell, was very happy about this one. That's for sure. What's our next one here, Wes? What else do we have?
Alrighty. And ooh.
Oh
We
God.
talk
Forgot
about
this one.
beatdowns.
Yes. Yeah, Wes, tell our audio listeners about this one. This is a staff favorite, actually.
So, 564 votes. I feel like that's the most that I've seen so far. Could be wrong because I haven't seen the entire bracket. But 564 votes for Dark Disciple, who took out Cloak of Deception with 103 votes.
That's like 5 to 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
The odds
More
were
than I
not
thought,
in their
actually.
favor. Dark Disciple is, yes, it's a Utini fan favorite for sure. So, and the graphic itself is fantastic.
Yeah. Asajj Ventress, Quinlan Voss, absolutely love them. I'll be interested to see how far Dark Disciple goes because this is a great cult following. But there's a lot of strong contenders once you get to the next round. I will say, without spoiling too much, there is another graphic that I believe is an even stronger beatdown. But let's see if that one's next. I don't know what order we got them in tonight. Okay, yeah, this one.
Oh no!
So everyone, this was you know that Godfather gif of "Look how they massacred my boy." That's this one. The Revenge of the Sith novelization, one of our favorite books at Utini, our #1 highest rated book of all time. 605 votes, amazing. Yoda Dark Rendezvous, a good book, a very good book. 53 votes. Not your fault.
Maybe if we did the bracket in April or after April, when Yoda Dark Rendezvous Legends, like Essential Legends Collection came out, maybe it would have had 54 votes. But instead...
Oh, Revenge of the Sith is going to be a powerhouse.
Hard to beat. Revenge of the Sith is so hard to beat.
Yeah.
Not your fault there. A couple more we highlighted here. Emma, take this next one.
Yeah, another like solid beatdown. Holy smokes. So we have the Canon Thrawn duology. That'd be Thrawn. I'm losing it.
You got this.
Thrawn
alliances.
Thrawn alliances.
Yep.
And Thrawn treason.
Yes.
That one. There we go.
Thrawn Grisk, as it's known on this show.
Grisk.
Yeah, and so that the Thrawn duology got 557 votes.
Wow.
To this was shocking to me actually. The Galaxy's Edge: A Crash of Fate, the young adult novel by Zoraida Cordova, 88 votes. So another just solid beatdown, which I don't know if it was necessarily deserved by A Crash of Fate.
I don't think so either.
The cave scene deserved better.
Yeah, the cave scene did. Here's the thing. You know what they always say? The customer's always right. When you're running a show, the community is always right. I love this. Not this time, everybody. What are we doing? Crash of Fate. I voted for Crash of Fate across all 4 platforms, which means I voted 4 times. So 4 of the 88 were me.
You were 1/22nd of that vote.
I was happily so. Thrawn Alliances, Thrawn Treason, not 2 of my favorites. But we'll see. I mean, again, Thrawn is overwhelming in his power in these brackets. I don't believe I put it on here. Outbound Flight also won this week, keeping that Thrawn love going. So Chiss Twitter especially is doing a hell of a job.
They call it a duology. Why isn't... So is the original Thrawn canon book not thrown in there? Or
no, it's a separate entry.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
there's a couple thoughts into it, but Alliances and Treason go more together back to back in terms of main plot than the first one does. And the first one stands very well on its own. Like it could carry several victories by itself.
Oh yeah, and it has that kind of Rebels tie-in with Governor Price and stuff, which is completely absent from the second 2 books.
Oh, okay.
True.
And our last image.
Yep, what do we got here? Oh Emma, take it. Emma, take this one.
Yes, let's do it. Okay, so my girl Claudia Gray with Bloodline, which is one of my favorite books of all time, got 589 votes to one of my... Okay, we're going on both ends of the spectrum for me here. One of my least favorite books of all time, notoriously, Shadows of the Empire, which got 349 votes. So this might be like the most number of votes on a single matchup.
Over 900. My gosh.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's awesome. So good job, everybody. I mean, those 349 people, like, I respect your opinion and all that, but you're wrong.
Yeah, there was a push. Shadows of the Empire had a very big push from the community, but Leia beat down Shizor as she should.
She got her revenge.
Shizor.
Yes. And of course, if you don't like any of these results, you have the power to change the next rounds. Make sure you got notifications on for the Utini Book Madness Bracket Challenge on Twitter, Discord, Instagram Stories, and the YouTube Community tab. You can vote 4 times for every single matchup. Go to all these places. Make sure that you are sharing and your friends are doing the same thing so you can make sure that the books you want are moving on. All right, in quick life updates, I wanted to share one thing with you guys that I didn't put in the outline that I did this weekend. As many of you know, I like doing my Star Wars collecting healthily. I got my Funkos, I got the books, and I just started getting into Lego last year. And on the 1-year anniversary of my first ever Lego build, this was not purposeful. I gotta be careful here. I built this boy this weekend.
Yay!
My Captain Rex Lego, my first Lego helmet. I know, Emma, you've done a couple of these.
Oh, too many. I think I have like 6 now.
Yeah, it was very fun. It's wild looking at it that it's like so small because I know now what's inside, like how many layers of stuff there are.
Yeah.
Had a great time. Rex is my favorite helmet design. I like the ships a little better, I think, overall, but it was still a totally fun build.
Yeah, definitely. You get some like unique building techniques with the helmets.
Yeah, because all the roundness and everything.
Right.
So that was a blast. Again, if anyone's thinking about it, they're like $70, I think, for each Lego helmet. Not a sponsor. Would love to be a sponsor. Eric at utini.com, Lego Group. Happy to. I'll TikTok it. I don't know. But yeah, that was great. And then, of course, watched the Oscars last night. A bunch of us actually jumped in a little Slack channel and kind of live updated each other, which is a great time. And Everything Ever All at Once won everything. And I love that movie, and it's perfect. So I had a great time this past week in my own life. Wes, you're burned again slightly. But did you softball again? Did you do better than your shameful outing last week?
I did.
Good.
I'm so proud of myself. Yes, I did. I had a softball tournament this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. It turned out that we had a few cheaters on Saturday, so they got kicked out of they got kicked out of the tournament.
Wow.
You were playing against the
Because-
Houston Astros?
No, we were not.
Got him.
They had too many upper level players in our lower level tournament, so they got booted out of the tournament. So we got an automatic win, and then which kind of vaulted us into the winners bracket a little bit. So we came in third overall. We had a good time. A lot of us are older. And we were super sore towards the end, and so a lot of us were like dragging ass towards the end of it. So we were like, "Oh, I'm really mad we didn't have to play another 2 games." But we got one a bat out of it, so it was fun. It was fun to play with a bunch of my buddies and have a good time out there. So I'm still super sore today, but I didn't get as burned as much because I used sunscreen. Did you know that stuff works? If you put it on your face, you don't get burned. So I'm gonna have this for the rest of 2023 because I will refuse to wear sunglasses or not wear sunglasses in the sun. So this is what I'm gonna look like.
Well, I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. Everyone, wear your sunscreen, especially after this daylight savings time. There's going to be more sunlight, so take care of yourself. Emma, you have sunlight. I've heard rumors of in Maine, despite the cold. But how was your week? You're on break now, or you've been on break?
I am on break now. This is the first day of break. Very
Amazing.
exciting day. I went to the DMV.
Hey, I need to.
You
do
came
all
out
make
alive
choices.
too. You're
Dang it.
alive.
I know. You know, the DMV now lets you schedule an appointment, which I think is the best invention
It's
ever.
so helpful.
Because there was like 12 people ahead of me. I walked in, I sat for like 5 minutes, and then they called me next, and everybody was looking at me like
Oh, they're so mad at you.
they were pissed. Like it was hilarious.
Worst.
So that was good. Very exciting day, big day. Obviously. But yeah, this week I'm just gonna kind of chill, and I have been pushing myself like 1,000% just to like finish college strong, and I definitely need the rest. One really wild thing that happened to me since we spoke last week is that I had to pick up my graduation tickets, oddly enough.
Whoa!
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
it was
great.
it's now feeling really real, and like I picked him up and I was like, whoa, I'm starting to feel this like tightness in my chest, like, oh, this is like
It's
getting real.
big.
But my college is like super cool because like they gave us like these invitation cards like that you can send to your family, and then like a whole like ticket thing, and it's like
Oh my
nice.
gosh.
really
that's
cool.
impressive.
So, yeah.
What are the
I know,
fees
I was
like? Are
impressed.
they like $13 in fees to go to graduation?
No, shockingly, it was free. So
Hey!
yeah, they
Look
give you
at that.
four free tickets, and then you get like if you need more than 4, you get on like a waiting list. So yeah, that suddenly feels really real to me now. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
but
You've,
I'm looking
you've
forward
earned
to it.
the
so
rest and the graduation simultaneously.
Thank you. Yes, I know it'll feel good to get it done. Also, really quickly, just in some Utini related things, I wanted to shout out
Yes.
a few people because we had another like huge swath of articles published to the site, which is awesome. Our own Gia Half, she came out with a guide to middle grade and junior novels, which is really awesome. We've gotten a lot of requests for that type of content, so hopefully it'll kind of help people start their journey. And there we go, Wes, quick on the trigger there.
Look at that.
Yeah, so she kind of breaks it down, some of the best ones and where to start with those, which is really awesome. And we also have a best Star Wars movie order, which is always a popular topic, from our very own Amir. And that was actually his first, I believe that was his first piece for the site. A formal piece like this anyways, not news. So
awesome.
Congratulations to Amir. That's huge.
Big ups.
Mad props.
Big ups. Yes. And then last one here. We also have the Guide to Darth Vader comics from our very own Caleb. And this is a big one because, there are so many Darth Vader comics.
A lot.
Yeah. A lot of them, and it's confusing. So he kind of breaks it down, which ones, talk about which subjects, which one is the one that brings in Aphra and all of that good stuff. So really awesome work from our content team. We just keep churning out that content, and I'm so proud of everybody doing a really great job. So
that's awesome. Love our content team. I do want to give another quick update. As you were talking, I double checked, Emma. There's no DMV within 10 miles of me that takes appointments, so screw you.
One benefit of living in Maine, the one.
So I didn't know I was going to be sad today, but now I am. For everyone, go to UT.com. All those guides are seriously incredible. Our team has just been gangbusters this past month or so. All right, Timothy, you started out the show with a cat. Solid start. How's the rest of your week been? Anything else that's been going great?
It's been insane, but I did not go to the DMV because why go to the DMV when you can have bicycles? And that's pretty much it.
That does sound better.
A little bit. No, we had them stored at a friend's house for a bit during the winter months because moving and things. And we finally went and picked them up, got them tuned, went for our first ride, got about a mile in and was like, I think I should quit. It's been a bit. My legs are hurting. But it was so much fun to get back out. I mean, it's cold again here in Tennessee, but I'm very, very much looking forward to sunny days and biking outside and grabbing beer and things like that. So
is it cold, Tim? Is it?
It's so nice. It's so nice.
There you go.
So nice.
Well, you know what else is nice? Our Patreon community. That's right. All of the folks over at patreon.com/utini. And I would usually give you the Patreon update because we have some new patrons this week. But because we have our freaking Patreon manager on the show, Timothy, take it away.
It's me, guys. I freaking love our Patreon community for all the reasons. But I do want to shout out two folks in particular. First of all, Danny Jones joined us. I think he may have been a week or two ago. Maybe he got in right before the window of last week. I don't know.
Yeah, because Danny Jones. It was before he signed his contract extension with the Giants.
There you go. There you go. And then Zach W. actually joined our friggin' Jedi High Council.
Let's go!
Welcome.
Let's go!
Yep. And I'm going to say y'all joined in the nick of time because we are completely revamping all of our Patreon content. Whoa! Everything that you love is staying. But we are adding more things for giggles. So once a quarter, the Living Force hosts are going to alternate doing events of some kind.
Yeah.
Emma is actually in on one that I'm going to go ahead and announce right now. On March 26th. That's 2 Sundays from now, if you're listening at home. Emma, you and Corey decided that y'all are going to drunkenly watch the holiday special.
Yeah.
Let's go!
It's a choice.
That won't be a regret of mine, but we'll see. I mean, there is no other way to watch the holiday special, right?
This is true.
I was going to say that.
The first time I watched it, I was totally sober, and I was like, never again.
No.
I don't need it. But we thought, it'd be good timing with, there's a documentary about the holiday special coming out, I think. So that was good timing. The 26th is also my birthday, so I was like, let's just do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun. So,
There's
and
gonna be.
somebody needs to keep Corey under control. After last.
There you
time,
go.
so.
Please
we've
tell me
given
you're
up.
bringing a birthday hat. You have to have a
I
birthday.
should. I will. I will. Do
Hats
that.
are all the rage at these events, Emma. You have to be
That's true.
prepared.
You have to bring a hat. It doesn't matter what hat, but it just needs to be a hat.
It needs to be a hat. So yeah, we're going to be
Yes.
doing more things like that in the months to come. Our Legends Look Back crew is going to be doing commentaries of the original trilogy as well. So in April, and this is going to be for fun. Like we're not dropping, as part of a goal or anything like that. We're not going to try to reach some kind of a monetary amount or people count. We just want to do it for you guys because y'all have been so awesome for us.
Mm-hmm.
So Legends Look Back crew is going to be working on that for release sometime in April. And then we're going to do a couple of other things throughout the year. So very, 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 very excited. Yeah, I'm pumped. I can't believe like y'all have supported us as long as you have, in the ways that you have, and we keep getting to do all these awesome things. Light speed skipping is coming back, I hear.
Yep.
We're working on dropping that. I think there's some Ghost Crew episodes in the can waiting to be released. So y'all, we're gonna bring the heat in 2023. So get ready.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Also, thank you for managing it all. Timothy, you're on you keeping it going, you're listening to the people. And again, go to patreon.com/utini, join in on all the fun, everybody. We cannot wait. Whew. All right, here's a big one. Star Wars Weekly Roundup. Let's do it.
It's the Star Wars Weekly Roundup.
All right, everybody, we got a big announcement this week in the Star Wars book world from a certain point of view. Return of the Jedi, aka the worst kept secret in the history of Star Wars publishing, officially got its confirmation of its release date and its cover, which means we get all the authors. Look at this gorgeous story. 40 stories celebrating 40 years of Return of the Jedi. Of
I
course,
need that
we
on
have
my wall.
It is amazing, amazing
Gorgeous.
stuff. Easily, I'll say my favorite cover of the bunch so far. We got an Ewok looking over the victory celebration here. And if you're new to the From a Certain Point of View line, these are 40 short stories written by a bunch of different authors. They've done it for A New Hope. They've done it for Empire Strikes Back, and now naturally Return of the Jedi. Wes, these are always some of your favorite books. So how does this presentation stack up for you to the previous two?
I would hope that it just surpasses the last two, because the reason I think these are so great are, the story already, but you don't know the alternate winding roads to how to get to the main story, and that's what these stories are. So there's probably a story about the stormtroopers that are on speeder bikes. I'm sure there's going to be one about that. There's probably going to be a story about stormtroopers that are in the AT-AT, something like that. So like you have every different character that you see on screen for maybe less than 30 seconds probably has a side story, and then it takes you right back into what was going on during the movie. So it'll bring you back into the main storyline. So it's a great piece of content where you can say, oh, but did you know what happened when this part of the movie happened? And have you seen Return of the Jedi? But have you really seen Return of the Jedi? Kind of thing. So it's the content that they put out there, especially all these new authors, helps to maybe get us new stories from new authors going down the road. Love these stories. They're fantastic, and they're great bedside reads. You don't have to finish the whole book.
Do one a night. Also, I guarantee you, all those stormtroopers you mentioned, Wes, probably just got off the phone with their wives and are like, "I'll be right home tomorrow, honey." Oh no! And then they go, and so now you'll know.
Yeah, no problem. Leave the oven on. I'll be home in 30 minutes.
When they were murdered by Luke Skywalker. But yeah, we got a lot. Of course, we got all the authors listed. Some we know, a lot we don't, which is super fun. Also, the article on StarWars.com did list a couple of the stories. We know that friend of the show, Mike Chen, is going to write an Anakin Skywalker story where he becomes one with the Force. That's going to break our hearts, of course. We've also gotten confirmed Palpatine, Rancor Keeper, Sarlacc, Mon Mothma, and Wicket stories.
Mon Mothma, let's go.
Oh yes. So I want to ask you guys, what are some of your favorite authors you're excited for that we've gotten revealed? And what is the story you want the most? Like, we're probably going to get, I don't know, I would think 18 stories of Jabba's palace, 18 stories of Ewoks, and then 4 others. Yeah, what are you thinking? Who's got you most excited on the cover, and what story do you want? Emma, of course, Mon Mothma shout out, but what else is really exciting you about this lineup so far?
Yeah, I think, besides Mon Mothma, I'm really excited to see more from the Ewoks. I want something like Ewok Hunt from Battlefront 2.
Oh my
like
gosh.
like a horror
That'd be
story or
great.
something like that. That would be
Please.
awesome. And all the stuff from Jabba's palace too. I mean, there's so many interesting characters in there, so that'll be fun. The author that I'm most excited about, it's kind of a tie for me. Alyssa Wong, because we've only really seen their work like in the comics with Dr. Aphra. I'm really hoping it's a Dr. Aphra story, but I think if there is a Dr. Aphra story, they're gonna have to fight it out with Sarah Kuhn, who did the Aphra audiobook. So
Yep.
it's a toss-up. I don't know. And then the other one I'm really excited to see is Kristen Baver, because we've seen a lot of her sort of like nonfiction writing, and also in-universe nonfiction with Skywalker: A Family at War. But I'm really excited to just see some like straight up fiction from her. I'm really looking forward to it. I love her writing, like in the Art of the High Republic book and all of her other work. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Great choices. I'm going to jump in and steal my favorite just because I want to. Yeah, Tim, you know where I'm going. Emma Miyako Candon's coming back. The writer of Ronin. Still one of the greatest interviews we've ever had the pleasure of doing on this show. Emma is a tremendous force. I'm just going to keep saying that over and over, Emma, to make you feel good as well. But Emma Candon wrote Ronin's prose is still so affecting, and that book was such a wild departure from what we've ever gotten in Star Wars. So to see her get a full canon story is going to be so fun. No idea where it's going to go. Myself, there are so many characters that I'm excited to see. I want to see, I think Ula is probably going to get a story. I think that would be really fun. But I would love if we got like a Kes Dameron Shara Bay story from a comics lovers out there.
Stop, yes.
Would love to get them in the Pathfinders, right? That's their focus on the ground. Yeah, so get some Dameron Bay action.
Dude, that's a good idea. Oh.
Wouldn't hate that at all. Wes, Tim, whoever says it first gets their dibs. So
Adam Christopher.
Adam Christopher!
All right, Timothy, you win.
Yes, and I have no idea if this is what he's going to touch, but he wrote Darksiders so well, like all the Sith Eternal stuff. I would love a story of Palpatine transferring his essence, going down the reactor shaft.
Oh man!
I don't know. I gotta see it.
Somehow I will return. And it's like, what if that's the line?
Yep, I want it.
There it is.
Like,
yeah.
Look for me in a fortnight. And it's like, wait, a what now? It's like, I don't know.
Gonna be 15 pages of returned. Somehow he did. Palpatine returned. Somehow Palpatine. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that was totally my pick. That was totally my
feeling
pick.
it out.
You type in somehow Palpatine returned into Chat GPT and just see what comes out.
We recently watched Return of the Jedi, and I don't know how long it's been since Bethany has seen it, but I was like, I want you to pay close attention to the blue thing that comes out of the shaft before Palpatine gets thrown down. She's like, what was that? I was like, just remember that it happened. That's all you need to know. And so, yeah, if we got some kind of story from Adam Christopher, it'd be great. Shadow of the Sith. He writes about the Sith. He's done it before. He'll do it again. Let's see that, because, I mean, so we got it in the novelization. Maybe a little bit playing on the Legends side. I don't know. But, yeah, I want to see that, Tim. Thanks for, picking the one I was going to choose. That's okay.
No, it's a good choice. I also want to say, looking at the chat here, JG has 2 that I'm in love with. One, Ray Sloan. Would love to get some freaking Ray Sloan, who was one of the most important characters in the first canon books and has been gone for years.
And she's in a Lego minifigure now.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Want more of her. But the big question, let's make this official on the show. Are we gonna get the story that canonizes Captain Rex on Endor. There have been teases of that guy with the
Ooh.
beard. It's a fan theory.
All
There's an
right.
animated thing where they play like this is the book to do it. Put your chips on the table. Emma, yes or no?
Yes. It's the only
Tim,
opportunity
yes
they'll have
or
to
no?
do it.
No.
Wes, yes or no?
Oh my gosh, it looks so much like him. No, I can't do it. No, I'm gonna say nah.
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 I will say.
Here.
I'll say. You know what? You know. Oh God, it's
I
just
mean,
right
come
there.
on. Like, are you serious?
All right, here.
That is
I'll.
Rebels Red.
Yes. Yes, I will say yes. To one, balance us out, but two, I think it so fits the spirit of these
does.
books. You know.
Does.
All right. So-
It's JG, it's Rex. Damn it,
I'm
that's all
totally-
there is. That's all that there is. It is Rex.
I'm totally on board if it happens. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
September 5th, we'll find out.
September 5th. Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, there can't possibly be another bald guy with a white beard, right? Like,
No, there's not many white guys in the galaxy, Emma. As we've learned. Jesus. However, some fun facts about this. In addition to obviously all the authors, tons of new authors, and if you follow friend of the show, Tom, over on Twitter, the editor over at Penguin Random House Worlds. I said it right.
Good job.
I'm getting there. A lot of fun stats that he's been tweeting out about this project. Historically, 90% of the 120 stories in these 3 books, 40 each, right, were written by unique authors. So not repeats. 90% were individual
Wow.
people. 70% of those authors made their Star Wars debuts from a certain point of
Wow.
view books.
Whoa.
And in total, in all of Star Wars, if we include like your canon material, and I believe Legends as well, there have been 253 Star Wars authors that have written Star Wars material. So
Holy
roughly 30% of all the Star Wars authors ever got their start from a certain point of view books. So
wow.
it's a big initiative.
A springboard.
It's a really big deal. Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Smokes, that is
Introduced
wild.
us to so many people, you know, and it's so fun. Like looking back at these books, like Daniel Jose Older, Kevin Scott, Charles Soule, Claudia
Wow.
Gray, freaking Pablo Hidalgo wrote in the like.
Didn't
Ray
Ashley
Carson,
Eckstein write in one?
Ashley Eckstein, Delilah S. Dawson, Adam Christopher, John Jackson Miller. Like the amount of people who wrote in these books, these short stories that we now just take as part of the book community, is really tremendous. So if you want a sneak peek at who's coming around the bend next, make sure to keep an eye
Oh,
out.
that's so exciting.
It's going to be really fun. So check it out. Again, September 5th. We have a ways to go, but such an exciting announcement. And we have way more stuff coming in the meantime, of course. So go over to utini.com to our release schedule and get the upcoming books, which now we get to change because we had a book release last week. 2 book releases last week, of course, with Battle Scars and Hunters. Coming up next, The High Republic Chronicles of the Jedi. The reference book from Insight Editions by Cole Horton is coming out March 21st. That's next week, y'all.
Yes.
Copies of this have been dropping in random places. And all we can say is that apparently the quality is really high. It seems really neat. We saw some preview images on the This Week in Star Wars or the High Republic show. One of the YouTubes last week. And there's like Elzar Man art and Buryaga art and stuff like that. So can't wait for that. And then on April 4th, Phase 2 continues with the High Republic Cataclysm by Lydia Kang and the High Republic Quest for Planet X by Tessa Gratton, the adult novel and the middle grade novel, respectively. So make sure you get those pre-orders in because we are coming back with a vengeance. Alrighty. Now, before we get into some Star Wars Celebration discussion, I want to talk about the 2 Star Wars television shows that are going on. As you may remember, we are just kind of briefly giving our opinions on Star Wars TV as it goes on because there's just so much happening. But in the next couple weeks, we will be doing more deep dives into these longer arcs. But this week, we got The Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 12, The Outpost. Without giving too many spoilers about our opinions so far, Twitter was a big fan of this episode. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people, is me, But before I go into my little review, a couple sentences each. Let's just go around the horn. Emma, let's begin with you. This last episode of The Bad Batch. What'd you think?
Yeah, I loved it. It was awesome. I was shocked at how dark it was. That not like visibly dark, but like, tonally dark.
No, that's Mandalorian. We're gonna get there.
Right. I felt like I needed to clarify that for reasons. But no, I mean, I adored it. I'm just so excited to see what happens with Crosshair next, because it could literally go in any way. I think that, like, since they're trying to lure Omega to Mount Tantus, maybe that's how Crosshair is going to connect with the Batch again. I've seen theories out on Twitter that they use Crosshair's DNA to make, like, the first Dark Trooper or something, which, like, oh my god.
Ooh, I like that.
What? That's awesome. So there's so many possibilities. I have no idea what's happening next, but I think by the end of the season, I think we're gonna look back on the season more fondly, I think.
I like it. Timothy, what did you think about this episode?
Yeah, I dug it. And I keep saying it too. Whenever they intentionally go in on character work, like they just absolutely kill it. Whenever they have a plan, I don't know. I'm excited to see everything coming together. And I feel like I've been pretty anti Crosshair redemption. But there's some things that happened in this episode that make me think I might buy it if we go there. I'm here for it. So
It's all about the execution, both in how they do it and when Crosshair literally executes someone. Wes, what did you think about this one?
So Crosshair was in this episode, and it was Star Wars, and there was the Bad Batch.
You'll watch it next week.
I'll watch it next week, everybody. So. I actually watched last week's episode twice, so I was trying to kind of catch up because I wasn't paying attention too much because I was watching it in traffic the first time, but I watched it again and I liked it more. So I can't wait to see this one, and I'll watch it before next Wednesday so I can hopefully be just as excited as y'all are when you watch it for the first time.
All I yearn for is your honesty, and Weston, I appreciate you.
Go through my entire thesis with the same sentence rewritten 4 different times.
Yeah. The reason that Crosshair of the Bad Batch was so good in this episode of Star Wars The Bad Batch is because Crosshair, when featured in The Bad Batch,
to
conclude
right now for me. Oh my god.
period at double space.
Yeah.
I think this was probably my favorite episode of the season by a hefty margin. The Crosshair focused episodes just seem to have so much care. I think it's cliche at this point, but I mean, my favorite episodes of The Bad Batch kind of seem to be without the Bad Batch at this point. But I think that this story was so well written, so well crafted. I really had a great time just kind of following this. And same to you, Tim. I have not been about the redemption story with Crosshair. I thought that we didn't need it. This is the first week that I've been like, you know what? If they're going to write it this way, I trust them because I think it's really going in a great way. Also, I mean, the technical elements are just so stupidly good at this point. This looked like film straight up. It's the animators are god tier on this, and I just really, I swear to God, if we have a Sid mission next week, I'm just gonna run into a wall because I'm like, this is so good, it's so good.
One thing I realized that
going.
nobody has mentioned so far is the new clone. I think his name was Mayday.
Mayday.
Yeah.
He was really cool.
Mayday.
Love that design.
Mayday.
Yeah, the
Gosh.
design was super cool. It's like anytime they kind of like make a unique clone visually, they always tend to have like a unique personality as well. I thought that was really cool. Like, you're saying how like the Empire has just kind of like ditched him and his crew and kind of helped Crosshair to kind of realize, like, are we the baddies?
Yeah.
You
There's
know?
that moment.
Yeah.
He's getting there. Yeah. Loved him. Yeah. The unique clones in Bad Batch have been great. This guy, and then was it Hauser last year?
Hauser, hot clone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot clone. Hot clone. That was it. They all look the same, but somehow he's the hot one.
I know, right?
Yeah. Awesome. Love that. Then Emma, take us away. Mandalorian episode 2, The Mines of Mandalore.
Yes.
First question: what order did you do? Bad Batch then Mando, or Mando then Bad Batch?
I did Bad Batch then Mando.
Okay, same.
Yeah. I was told to do that by Twitter.
Yep,
People
Sky
that
Talkers
got
told
it.
me.
Sky Talkers, yeah.
Yep.
I trust Charlotte and Caitlin, so I was like, yeah,
Absolutely.
okay, I'll do that. So, and I was pretty happy about that, honestly. Like, both were like super solid episodes. I think I felt like I was the only one in our Slack that was like over the moon with this Mando episode.
Own it.
Yes, and I will own that. Like, I straight up, this is a quote. I said, "This is my favorite episode of The Mandalorian ever." I said that.
Love
That's
that.
a quote. I stand by it.
Do it.
I watched it again with my family. They also watched The Mandalorian. So I tend to like rewatch it with them in case they have any questions, especially because we're like tying into stuff now, like with Rebels and things like that. And on second rewatch, I was kind of like, okay, it definitely got off to like a slower start than I had initially thought. I did watch it right at 3 a.m. though.
Whoa.
Bad Batch, and then yeah, that's like what happens when you write a research paper. I was like in my groove, and then I look up at the clock. I'm like, oh shoot, okay, it's time.
Hurry up.
Yeah, right.
Oh God.
I just loved so much of this episode. The action, getting to see Grogu on his own was like one of my favorite parts. Like, I can't remember if we've ever seen him walk before, but we got to see him walking in this one like a lot. It was really cool. I think the part that made me go absolutely just feral for this episode was when Bo-Katan got out her friggin' shield from the Clone Wars.
That was the best.
And then she got out the Darksaber at the same time. I was like, what are we, like, what am I watching right now?
Sword
That's so
shield
cool.
finally.
Like, I'm talking about it right now, and I'm like giddy about it. Like, it's like Clone Wars come to life. It's like Rebels come to life, and oh, it is just so good. And I'm so happy that we got to see a mythosaur in live action. That was really cool. There's something about the Mandalorian and bringing to life like these sort of like mysterious Star Wars creatures. Like, first it was the Krayt Dragon, and now it's the mythosaur. Like, it's really awesome. And I'm glad that Bo-Katan is kind of sticking with Mando. I cannot wait to see what happens next. I could go on about this forever, but over the moon with this. Yes, I love it.
Love it. Love it. Tim, what order did you watch in? And what do you think?
I did Bad Batch and then Mando, just because I gotta honor what came first. So that's the way my brain works.
That's right. Fair.
No, I really dug it. I know that some people felt, and I kind of felt this too, that some of the dialogue has felt a bit wooden from time to time, but I really love when they lean into the lore. And I just love how deep we're getting into Mando culture, and then we saw the freaking mythosaur, and it was dope, and Bo was freaked out. And can we talk about how effortlessly she used the Darksaber?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Gosh.
Yes.
Like, Din
Like
was
a knife through
struggling with
butter.
it.
Back
still,
home.
and she
Yeah.
was
Back
like,
home.
"Oh, I've done this. I'm good."
Yeah.
Girl, get it.
And her smile, like her little smile when they flew into Mandalore's atmosphere, I was like, this is such a good character
Yep.
choice. Like, Katie definitely knows the character really well. I do agree with the criticism, though, that like sometimes the dialogue feels wooden, and a lot of times I wonder if like that's because Pedro is acting against a pillow in a recording booth, and maybe that isn't the best environment to evoke an emotional response, because we see him on The Last of Us, and he's like making me cry. And then in Mando it's a little bit different, but
Yeah.
I think
when's the
with
last time he was
Bo-Katan-
on that set? Has he? I don't think he's been on the set yet this season.
I thought he was gonna take off his helmet when he was
Yeah.
like drinking the soup. I was like, take it off, And then
Yeah.
I was like, oh, of course.
He's in Vancouver or something.
Yeah, I think it tracks more with Bo-Katan's character for her to be a bit more, kind of monotone, because she's kind of dealing with a lot of, emotional sort of like mental trauma, stuff like that. So I wasn't as upset with that, but I definitely, do tend to agree with Pedro, and I don't think it's Pedro's fault either. I think it's just the circumstances around it.
Totally. Wes?
In the order that I watched it, do you want to know? Or I watched Mando first.
Okay, great. Bad Batch TBD.
One thing that I pulled from this episode that I was trying to kind of compare to was Mandalore itself. Whenever he stood on the edge of that cliff and then saw like the terraces and the buildings, I was trying to picture from the Clone Wars what that was and what it looked like. And then I was trying to figure out, how did this crust just like come over top of the like planet itself? Why was it like that? So I didn't do the research yet. I hope that they're going to tell me, but it was super cool to see how big Mandalore was underneath, like what had happened. And then Din just like completely plummeting to the bottom because his armor was heavy. It's what it apparently looked like. He was just like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm wearing armor. I can't swim.
Oh god, my bad.
I love how he took the effort to like take off his cape, but that was it.
Yep.
That's what's weighing me down.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Right.
Yeah. I really like the Bo-Katan thing with the Darksaber was the best. Miss Thor at the end I really liked. Other than that, honestly, the episode didn't really do it for me. The acting and dialogue is really kind of getting to me a little bit. None of us have mentioned it yet. I don't like Pelly.
Oh.
They sure do bring her in a lot, you know.
She's sure saying words, and that doesn't need to be more words. But
I love her because she's goofy, you know, like
yeah.
If you take
She
it like
is,
that, then it's
yeah.
not as bad, you know.
She's like a Mad Lib character for me. It's like, hey, nickname. Where's the little animal nickname? Oh, she's current like a Star Wars animal here. Weird swear. Bye, man, now. I'm just like
missing a
Mother
tooth,
of
the
God.
whole thing. Yeah.
That is so
I-
funny.
And I also did watch Bad Batch before Mando, and like going from the Bad Batch, which is like, war is hell, none of us are making it out alive. What about my identity? Who am I? Now it's like, well, howdy dirty skirty. Yoda's gonna jump out of a car. I'm like, yo, dog, ain't for me. So she has a lot of
my
love
God.
though. Every time a clip of her comes out, every time a poster gets tweeted out, the queen, the love's awesome. If that's your Pelly, that's great. A lot of stuff to like in the episode, just wasn't for me. Always next week, though. Always excited for more Mando to see what happens. And also, it's on Disney Plus. I'm not paying extra for it, so I'm still going to try to have a good time. And I do think, though, in the next couple weeks, we now have 3 weeks from tonight. It's going to be our Battle Scars Roundtable. So we will take one of those 2 weeks to kind of do a mid-season check-in on Mando fully. So stay tuned, and we're really going to kind of go through, talk in depth about that in more ways. So keep watching, everybody. It's every Wednesday we get both these shows. Now, this week, our big thing that got revealed, of course, was Star Wars Celebration London is only a couple weeks away, everybody. 3 weeks, right? Let me
Wow.
see. 1,
Yeah,
2,
I think you're right.
1, 2, 3, like 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks.
Wow.
Which is crazy. So naturally, now we got the panels got released and their times and all that good stuff. So tonight, what I thought would be fun is if we went through kind of the main panels. We're not going to get through all the ones we have on our list just because there's so many, which is the great part about Celebration. But I thought it would be great to kind of go through and share our relative hype levels. Unfortunately, none of the four of us are going to be in London. I know a lot of us anticipated being in London, and then a lot of life happens. In a couple weeks, a couple of us bought houses. Some of us have to graduate from college, and, you know, money is a very real thing. We'll see you in Orlando in 2025. It's not Orlando, but it's Orlando. So, let's start off with Friday. I think this is a panel all of us are very familiar with because it happens every celebration. The Lucasfilm Studio Showcase.
Yes.
It reads as such. Star Wars Celebration returns, launching with a must-see showcase that will kick the weekend's festivities into hyperdrive. Lucasfilm's current crop of live-action filmmakers will be joined by special guests to discuss the many current and upcoming Star Wars adventures, including The Mandalorian, Andor, and more.
And more.
So, how are we feeling about this panel as a whole? This is the big one they had. You know, this is where we saw Harrison Ford last Celebration. This is the Obi-Wan reveal. This is all that stuff. I mean, this is kind of the big one of the weekend, right? Are we going to get a film announcement at this panel?
No. I
No?
don't think
Okay.
so. I
No.
will not believe it until it happens. I swear.
Okay.
Was this
I'm
also
done getting my hopes up with it.
was this also the panel of John Williams?
Yes,
and
sir.
John Williams'
Yeah.
birthday? Oh man,
Yes.
that's kind of hard to top. Man, did they bring him out again? Did they fly him out?
I don't know. Depends what he's
Oh,
working
no.
on, right?
Yeah, that's true. Man, I don't. A movie? No. What if like the and more is like and Star Wars Celebration is in Orlando in 2025?
That's usually like the closing ceremony.
Yeah,
I
that'd
know.
be the last
It's
one.
like all they had, so they had to like
hey,
give it to you in the
that's what we got.
beginning.
They gave it to him on the first day. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for this one. I think we'll get
Yeah.
maybe first teaser for Andor 2 would be fun. But I do think I like JG's thing in the chat there, announcing the 2025 film and the leads of the film. I think that would be the biggest thing. I'm hesitant, but also that's the way to kick it off. If you got it, if it doesn't happen here, it's not happening.
I'm looking. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just a little nervous about what I have been reading. Like, I think it was, what was it on, like, Vanity Fair? Was that the source, or Variety or something?
Yeah, Variety.
Oh yeah, there's Variety.
Yeah, when they mentioned like that Taika wanted to like star in his own movie, I was like, oh boy, like let's not go down the Marvel route here. Like let's keep it on the right track. So I'm a little bit it's partially like I don't think it's gonna happen, but partially like I don't know if I want it to happen. Like we've been doing so good with the live action TV. It's like let's just, keep doing what we're doing and keep rocking and rolling,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
yeah,
I was gonna say I don't see a thing on the rest of the schedule for like a Mando Plus like they did last year.
Nope.
So
Right.
I could see them maybe slotting in something for the Acolyte here, and then maybe a tease
First footage, maybe?
Yeah, and then maybe a tease for Indiana Jones, like a trailer or another trailer or something like that.
Final
I
trailer
bet they
makes
bring
sense.
Harrison back or something
Yeah,
for
'cause this
another
was Willow
spiel.
the last time
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
And they've
that's
announced it for a season 2, right? Willow, I think.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyways,
sounds
so I
right.
don't know.
Yeah, I could see all that. I think that because this is where we got the first trailer for Andor as well. Was I believe at this panel, if I remember correctly. So all that kind of stuff I think we'll get.
Yeah, they gave us a lot of info on Andor, like almost too much.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
They're
Tony
just
Gilroy came
it's
out and he's
only
like,
2 seasons. We were like,
that's right.
already? You're coming down on us?
Yeah.
I think there's probably gonna be some like Skeleton Crew
Ooh,
stuff.
yeah.
I
Skeleton
want to see
Crew.
more stuff about Skeleton Crew. I feel like we know nothing about that other than the fact that Jude Law is in it. So
I want to see Jude Law. He's very pretty. Just have him walk on stage and be like, hello, Star Wars. It's me, Jude Law.
all British and stuff. Like, and apparently there's
Yeah.
kids in it. I don't know. Like, also like some Ahsoka. I mean, but she has a panel.
Well, hey,
on the
segue us
Saturday,
right. Segue us right there. It's Saturday.
Let's
Let's
do it.
talk about that. So read that. Obviously, it's very, very simple. But read the flavor text for the Ahsoka panel here.
Yeah, so join executive producers, Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, and special guests for a look at the upcoming Disney Plus series Ahsoka.
Special guests. It's an
literally,
S.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's literally in the Mando slot from Last Celebration. Saturday morning. They have a pattern. It works. It works.
Yes. This smells like a Hera and Thrawn casting announcement to me.
Sweet Jesus.
What a world to live in.
That's absolutely what it should be. Yeah, that's absolutely what it should be. Yeah, Parker in the chat. Rosario is definitely going to be there. Obviously, Chopper will be there because he came out at the last one. I think we'll have Chopper. Yeah, I think that maybe this is where they announce Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera officially.
Yeah.
I think that would be great. And I mean, yeah, if they end that panel like, wait, there's one more person, isn't there? And Dave's like, I don't know. Do they want to see him? Like, well, yeah, I guess we could. Dave's like, all right, well, I guess he could come out from the back. And then it's
he
like,
he takes off his sweatshirt. There's a Thrawn Lives shirt.
I could see it. Ooh, JG.
Yeah.
Last London, they brought out Krennic in costume. So what if they bring out Thrawn in the
I think
outfit?
that would actually break the internet. It would break the Star Wars community.
Yeah, I think this is where to do it, though. That is now instantly the odds-on favorite for me. I think that makes the most sense. That's how they end the panel.
Do we know if they're finished filming? Because know how we because we got the Obi-Wan episodes last year. I'm wondering if this could also be an early tease. Maybe
it a little.
They're working on VFX.
Okay.
But maybe footage. I mean, I can see footage.
Yeah, maybe like a sizzle reel or something. But because I think that they said we've been kind of hearing like rumors about like fall, winter of this year, so it might be a little bit late for that.
Yeah, but I think cast is good. Sizzle reel that of course they'll black out, so we'll see grainy cell phone footage of whatever. But yeah,
you can't keep us from watching it.
I want a trailer so bad, like from. I mean, I would give anything for a trailer because, like, you know, we were doing our Utini panel at the time of the whole Manda thing,
Mhm.
so we didn't get to see it, but I did see some like, again, like grainy cell phone footage of
Yeah,
of
right.
some footage that they showed, and it just looked incredible. Like they had the mural, and you could see a green Twi'lek, which obviously, you know, we know who that is. And I'm
Yep,
like,
yep.
I just want to see everybody in their costumes, please. Like, and I don't even think that we would get that in a trailer, but I'm just throwing it out there in the universe.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this. This is 11 a.m. on Saturday morning,
Mhm.
11 a.m. London time.
Oh,
Let me
I already
see.
know. That's 6 a.m. Eastern time.
6
I've
a.m.
been-
Eastern. So yeah,
been
get
doing
your
some
coffee
planning.
ready, everybody.
How Americanly selfish of me that I thought it was 11 a.m. our time.
Oh no, yeah. People on the ground have to be up till 4.
I was like, what is this? 6
garbage?
a.m. for the United States.
Of America? But at 8 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Is the next big one. Timothy, go ahead, read us the panel that I think a lot of us are really looking forward to in our publishing world here.
Which one is this?
It's this one.
Oh.
Are you in ClickUp?
I
You're
am
not-
in ClickUp, but I'm not.
You are.
I'm not
It's I'm
seeing what you're
highlighting.
highlighting.
It's
I
this
got
one.
nothing.
It's the High Republic panel, Tim. It's
The High Republic
panel.
panel. The light,
it.
the light and the life. Yeah, centuries before the Skywalker saga, there was the High Republic. Join luminous authors and Lucasfilm editors for an in-depth conversation about epic new tales spanning books, comics, audio, and beyond, including all new announcements and reveals from Star Wars: The High Republic Phase 2 and a sneak peek of what is to come in Phase 3.
Phase 3.
There we
That's
go.
fire.
Phase 3.
There we go.
Also-
I've been re-listening to The Fallen Star, and I have been itching
Why?
so great because I
You
need
wanna
to
hurt
feel
yourself
things.
like that.
Eric, I need
It's
to
so
feel
sad.
things.
The world is sad. Oh my
The weather's
God,
still weird. I know the sun's coming out. It will be okay, but let me have this for one more moment.
Claudia Gray
right.
is getting me through my seasonal depression.
So passing off the and more and with special guests, now we get the actual words sneak peek. We get secrets. They're gonna tell us something that we do not know, and hopefully that nobody else knows except for the entire Disney corporate office or whatever. But so that's good that they actually put that out there. Now that we're just like, we're like, yeah, okay, great. The authors and deep conversation, have new tales, blah blah blah. Sneak peek, tell me. Like everybody's on the edge of their seat, and they give it to you the last 10 minutes of the panel. But obviously, it's done by formula.
Yeah,
And
this was
last
sold
year
out.
was essentially it was sold out last year, like standing room only kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like I would love to see that happen again this year.
Yeah. Now, not to be a Debbie Downer, I guess, but it's like reveals from Phase 2. I'm like, we kind of know the end of Phase 2.
It's like it's almost
Kevin's,
done.
That's
Plot
it.
twist. There's 3 more waves.
They're filling in the
In
gaps.
Phase 2. But yeah, the Phase 3 stuff, I think that it, based on everything we've come to assume, I think we'll know at least the titles of the first 3 books in Phase 3 on the authors. Our good friend, was it Cover Not Final, coming back with a vengeance. So,
I was gonna say I'd love to get some cover art, just or maybe even just like a concept art of like a character. I don't even care. Like it could be, I don't know, like Avar Chris in a different outfit, and I would be satisfied.
a Buryaga with his a Rathtar tentacle wrapped around him, being like, ah!
No.
Well, you've had an extra year for the cosplayers to put that stuff together. I think we saw quite a few High Republic characters. Well, I know we took pictures with ours, right? We had like 3 or 4 of them take pictures at the Utini booth. That was pretty
so
cool.
cool.
So they've had time to formulate. So
There's like 2 geodes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's such a good one.
And if you are a High Republic cosplayer, Charles Soule announced today that if you are in High Republic cosplay, go up to him at Celebration because he has exclusive pins with with Porter Engle's lightsaber hilt on them.
Oh, that's awesome.
That you can get.
nice.
And also get one from me. My DMs are open. Please give me the pins. That'll be great. Very excited for that. Let's see. We got a couple more on here. Wes, take a look at the panel. What are these remaining panels on Saturday are you excited for? Let's kind of jump around here, see what looks good for you.
Whoa.
There's a bunch of good ones. Oh,
I'm just gonna
what's
here.
that?
Let me just throw this up here.
Yeah, do it.
So I'll let somebody else grab that Clone Wars one, but Creature Cantina live on the Celebration stage. Step into the amazing world of Neil Scallan's Creature Cantina, responsible for the creation of all the droids, creatures, and aliens of each UK-based Star Wars production in the last 10 years. Join Neil and his team on a journey as they show you for the first time ever how they create, build, and perform the characters you've fallen in love with. I hope they have like a whole setup of these characters. Who's he responsible? Is he responsible for Quonky Monkey Lizards?
Yeah.
No, well,
Why not?
Yeah.
there you go.
They better be. Return of the Jedi year. All the Quacky Monkey Lizards. That's all we want.
That's just a fun panel to go to. You're not really expecting much. You want to actually see the like studio or movie quality props that they use. I think that's really cool.
I love that stuff.
Does anybody remember Planet Hollywood that famously debunked? That was a pretty cool place where you could see a bunch of movie memorabilia. But that's just a fun thing to pass by and to see, and to hopefully like you can get up close and just take pictures with them. So
What a screen used Jabba to poke.
Just touch it.
To touch it.
I just want to touch it.
it's got slime on it. It's so lifelike.
Turn and smack it.
And then, of course, on Saturday, you mentioned this, Wes, there's 2 anniversary panels. There's the 40 years of Return of the Jedi, which is great. That one is actually hosted by Ming-Na Wen. Is she?
What?
Yeah.
Wild.
I wanted that reaction from Emma. Great on the video if you are watching.
I like that one.
She's going to chat with a bunch of folks there. And then, of course, Clone Wars
Awesome.
15-year anniversary that has everyone you'd assume. Dave, Dee, Ashley, Matt, James Arnold Taylor. They're all going to talk about Clone Wars for 15 years. And it's interesting because both these are like celebrations of what happened. And based on the Attack of the Clones panel, which was a lot of fun, less celebration,
So much fun.
there's less pressure to these because there's not like,
Yeah.
and then what do they announce? Like, no, it's just celebrating what they were and having a lot of fun there. So if you're looking to like stream these panels at home or go to them live and you kind of want one that's a little bit low key and just very nostalgic and fun, I think those will be really cool. And I'm sure you'll find out a bunch of little fun facts.
Tim, didn't you and I go to the 20th anniversary?
Yes,
one?
we did.
Yeah, that was
We
so
did,
much
and we
fun.
were freaking out every time they brought someone out on
Yes.
stage.
Yeah.
Tamara Morrison, my
We
God.
were sitting so close too. Like we were in like the press box for some reason. We were put there.
Yep.
But I remember like those are just so much fun. Like they just kind of like tell stories that they remember fondly, and specifically Tim, he was like just playing the crowd, like
Couldn't be
it was-
stopped.
Yeah, he literally went like a bantha, and then the whole crowd like just freaked out for like 5 minutes. I love these anniversary panels. I think that they're really special, and I think it's cool that they're having like other like Star Wars actors host these, because Ashley Eckstein hosted the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones
Mhm.
panel, and now Ming-Na is hosting the Return of the Jedi panel. That's just like so cool. It's awesome.
Yeah. They're going to have a lot of fun at those. And then, I mean, Emma, not to put you on the spot again,
Yeah.
would you mind reading the Sunday panel, Villains of the Sequel Trilogy? Because that's something you might
yeah.
enjoy quite a bit.
Maybe just a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. So, thank you, Wes, for putting that up. So the dark side of the Force is a pathway to many panels, some considered to be can't miss. Oh, I love that.
Well done.
That's pretty
Well
good. That's Eric-esque good.
Favor me, Star Wars. I'm right here.
Oh man. All right. So join host Amy Ratcliffe as she sits down with Ian McDiarmid, Andy Serkis, and Gwendolyn Christie. Yes, Gwendolyn, as they discuss their villainous roles in the final chapters of the Skywalker saga. This panel sounds amazing, man. What?
Cool.
They stacked cast list.
Yeah, they
You're
sure
gonna see
did.
those three? And Amy as moderator. I mean, GOAT
Yeah.
moderator.
Go. Yeah.
Yep.
For real. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, is it bad that when I read Andy Serkis, I was like, Kino Loy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's way more iconic as Keto Lloyd.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I
he
know.
was Snoke.
Yeah. Oh man, what an incredible panel. Interestingly enough, the other day, I don't know why this came across my like YouTube recommendations, but it was like a compilation of all of like these Star Wars actors and actresses seeing their figures for the first time. And one of them was
Yeah.
I'm losing her name. Jyn Erso, Felicity
Felicity
Jones.
Jones. Yes.
At the Rogue One panel in Celebration London, in I think it was like 2017 or something like that.
Mhm.
And Gwendolyn Christie moderated the Rogue One panel.
Really?
And I was like, yo, that's
Whoa.
wild.
That is
so
wild.
I didn't know that.
it's good to see her back at a celebration. I wish that she would come to one over in the States because I would love to meet her. Just
gotta
see how
get her
tall
here.
she is in real life. It's awesome.
Massive.
Super badass too. Like, yeah, that's gonna be an interesting panel.
Yeah. And again, I know that some of these, so if any of you all are watching Celebration at home for the first time, a lot of these in the past year have been live streamed on the Star Wars YouTube channel. They just announced that people like Kristen Baver, Christina Ariel, Anthony Carboni are going to be hosting Star Wars Celebration live. So always check out that YouTube channel. If you're maybe at work and you have a second monitor, just keep it on in the background. Check see what's going on. Or if you got up at 6 a.m. on Saturday like all of us, go ahead and just keep that on a monitor and keep it going because they do have commentary going if they're able to show the panels. Then, of course, they do. And we won't really know what's going to be streamed until it happens. So stay tuned there. One that I guarantee will not be streamed, but I'm very excited for.
Oh no.
It's called Funko Collect Across the Galaxy.
How on
And
brand.
here's why. Am I ready to be disappointed? Absolutely. However, it says this. Funko is proud to present Funko Collect Across the Galaxy, a journey of discovery through the collection of new pop culture products celebrating the Star Wars galaxy. From pop to Funko games, Loungefly to new form factors, panel attendees will get a first-hand look at never-before-seen Funko products.
Eric, I
And
know where you're headed
Wh-
with this. Don't disappoint yourself.
Wes, give me the single cam. Funko, if it's just Luke from Return of the Jedi and 8 different things, I will break everything. Where's the Andor merch? Okay, thank you, Wes. Yeah, I'm excited to see where that panel goes, but I'm so worried it's just gonna be OT stuff.
I know. It's like, okay, I thought where you were going with that was like they said new. They were kind of talking about some like new mediums type of thing, and I'm like, High Republic Funko, where?
No, I've given up. I've given up on that dream.
That
I
ship
know.
sailed.
But maybe.
Maybe.
That'll be fun. I hope that we get some good stuff out of there. You know, we're Funko collectors. Love the Loungefly stuff as well. So,
Yeah.
you know what? We can see. Now, the one right underneath that just got highlighted in our ClickUp. Tim and Wes, who's in ClickUp highlighting that next panel?
Oh, I think that's me.
Take it, Tim.
It
This
is
the
the
big one.
it's the Lucasfilm Publishing panel. That's why we're here.
Right.
Stories
Yes.
from a galaxy far, far
Yes.
away. And there's a particular set of words in here that I'm very excited about. From adult age novels to nonfiction, from kids comics to an audiobook epics, Lucasfilm Publishing explores the stories from a galaxy far, far away, featuring all new announcements, exciting details, and reveals for new and upcoming titles from the time of the High Republic to the time of the First Order. This panel is not to be missed.
I wonder what it could be.
Come
Did I hear
on.
what I think I heard? Whoa.
Ray Sloan.
I need it.
Do it.
I thought you were
I
going to
need
say Ray Skywalker.
So did I.
Also, Ray
need it.
Skywalker.
I need
Yeah.
it either way.
All the Rays. All the Rays
All
are
of 'em.
good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this panel was very exciting last year, and this is the panel where some of you may remember, they put up that giant mood board of characters. They were
Thurm Scissor
"Here's
Punch
who's
came
coming."
true.
Yeah. What a tease.
So
like
could
from
be rad.
it can be from the very beginning of Star Wars that ever started or the very end that you've ever seen. Any
gonna try
between
to find
anyone.
that's a good point. Somewhere between the beginning and the end is the middle, and that's what it's gonna be.
Speaking on behalf of one Charles Hankel, we need a pod racing story. Lucasfilm Publishing, Stories from a Galaxy Far, Far Away. Bring it.
Oh
Do it.
yes.
I would love that. Yeah.
Bring it.
So, yeah, that'll be very exciting. Of course, that's it's so weird. Sometimes we get a ton of news from those panels. Sometimes it's like, "Hey, Inquisitor, the Red Blade is coming out. Delilah, talk about it." And it's like, we already know that's coming out. I'm excited, you know. So it's tough not to be hyped for these panels, but we get so little. We get so few panels.
Mhm.
So I hope that we get that.
Oh, I
And then, of
found
course,
it. I found it.
Oh, you found the picture?
I found the picture. I will tell you what has come true so far.
Okay, hit us.
Ray Sloan, kind of, because she got a Lego minifigure. Otherwise, I don't think I count that. I don't know. Dexter Jetster
Yup,
is in the
High
High Republic
Republic.
Adventures. Max Rebo, because of the anthology, right? probably.
Yes.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and the statue with the max rebut.
Yep.
Yeah.
Veers was up there. I don't think that's come true at all.
No, I don't think so. Sorry, George.
Sana Staros. She got her own
Series.
mini-series. Yeah.
Series.
Very
Cool.
good. Very good, by the way.
Yes.
Therm Scissor Punch also came true.
Yes, it did. High Republic Adventures.
Oh, Life Day Chewy. There was a Life Day Chewy Funko Pop. I know that's
Yeah.
totally unrelated, but you never know.
Yep. But, oh no, they had the Life Day
Treasury
comic, didn't they?
Oh,
and the
that's
Treasury.
right. Yeah, the one. Yeah, that came true.
Had some Life Day stuff.
Kira, we've gotten more Kira. Oh, the book.
Crimson
Kira,
Climb.
Crimson Climb.
Yeah,
Yep.
Crimson Climb. Yep.
That one came true.
And a few comics.
Yes. Ewoks and Scout Trooper. I think those are two from the anthology, probably.
Yep, from Life Day Treasury.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I think that's it. There is a pod racer up on this board though, so.
There certainly is.
And same thing
Come
with Foden Bede, the commentator. So you never.
Oh
know.
yeah. So we'll see. I would love if they put that back up with like X's over all those ones. They're like, we did it.
Yeah, I know.
Sabe's up
yeah.
there too, isn't she?
Sabe's up
Sabe.
there. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
She's that Vader
know.
comic is perplexing,
It's okay,
but we'll
Eric,
leave
it's
it there.
okay.
We'll leave it there. And then okay, so here's a weird one. Monday we get 3 more panels. I don't remember if this is what they did last Celebration, right? I must have just forgotten. But like Monday
Yes.
panels, we get kind of
Mhm.
3 main ones. Bad Batch, Marvel Comics, and Visions Volume 2.
Mhm.
Can I speak for all of us that we're most excited for Visions Volume 2? Out
Works
of
for me.
these?
I don't know.
That's why I
would be
ask.
unpopular opinion in that I wasn't like the biggest fan of Visions. I respected
fair.
what it was, I think, but I think
Sure.
it might not just. I don't think it was for me. I guess as the resident comics expert, I would say that
Mhm.
the Marvel Comics panel is exciting. Although nothing really big happened at the one in Anaheim, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Little metza. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. The Marvel thing is weird because Star Wars being able to announce their stuff versus Marvel Comics announcing the Star Wars part of their lines. Like, I never know who's
Yeah.
going to announce when because Marvel seems to be like, we're going to announce our whole slate at once. And Star
Right.
Wars is like, yeah, we were announced back then, but here's Charles Soule.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like just let Charles Soule talk for like the whole panel. It'll be fine.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
also
going to be a
excited
big
for the
day
Bad
for it.
Batch one too. Tim, I think you and I also went to that one.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
I
that
went
one
to
was
that, yeah.
super fun.
was great.
Yeah. Like it's
Yeah.
just a lot of D doing a bunch of different voices, which is always great. I love that. And it was
Yeah.
cool to see Michelle Ong like in person
Mhm.
and kind of, getting to hear her talk about Omega and kind of her development. We got a lot of reveals in that one too. There was a trailer. I don't think that's going to happen in this one, obviously, but
Yeah. Because we'll still be
Yeah, we'll still be
in
running.
season 2, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, so
believe so. Yeah.
Just barely. I think we have like 1 episode left or something after Celebration.
Yeah.
Do they
Unless-
show y'all the last episode
Yeah.
on Monday?
Oh, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Although remember the last episode is like it has 2 of the episodes, right? So
That's right. It's a
I don't
2-parter.
know where that puts us, but
Anything's possible. And
Yeah.
I think like that last day kind of rounding up with those, do the animation. Like animation and comics in the last day are kind of linked as far as the popular consciousness goes. So I like that. They're kind of nicely segmented in day to day to day. So and there's so many more panels in these, not even including the fan panels that are all
a
going
lot
on
of
as
good
well.
fan panels.
So much stuff going on, and a lot of those will be recorded as well. So for a lot of your favorites, just stay tuned to all our social medias. People will be posting recordings on podcasts and YouTube and all that good stuff. So out of all these, I put y'all on the spot. Emma, I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
One panel, that's not the first panel, not the first panel of the week.
Right.
Your most anticipated panel as of right now, a couple weeks out.
Yeah, I think I still have to say Ahsoka. I think I feel very strongly that we're gonna get like some more solid information. I also feel very strongly that we're going. I don't know. I feel very strongly that we're gonna get a trailer or like some sort of sizzle reel or something. I
think
just hope
so.
that they put it on YouTube afterwards. I guess is what I'm hoping. So I'm really excited. I think that one kind of has the most possibility, other than the first one, of course, to kind of show us a lot of exclusive stuff. And I'm also just really excited for that show. I think I'm like Ooh, so excited for
Yeah.
that one.
Absolutely. Timothy, what about you? Most anticipated
mean,
panel.
Yeah, that's my go ahead answer as well. But I will say, I think
Not allowed.
I'm really hyped for the Star Wars Visions Volume 2. Mostly
Sick.
just because it's going to be so different. Like it's not just like they expanded the country range and the animation
Yeah.
styles. So I'm really excited to check out what Star Wars looks like from different cultures and creative standpoints. And I think we need a lot more of that. So I'm
Yeah.
cool. I'm glad that this is happening.
Definitely. Wes, what's getting you going?
Definitely excited about Ahsoka, so we'll get that one out of the way. Villains of the sequel trilogy. I definitely want to see that big villain guy, Sith, all that good stuff, bad stuff, whatever you want to call it. And there's a look back at Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen are going to be there. So
Yeah.
And Vivian Leigh Blair is going to be there too, right?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right.
she
Leia.
is going to be there.
Little
Yeah.
Leia.
That's
Yep.
going to be fire. And Indira Varma, I just holy smokes.
Yeah.
So
That'd be really great.
Just seeing them on stage is it's paying for your ticket all in one already, right? Or
Yeah.
they're just like, and we're gonna announce a 4-part miniseries to,
Oh my God, please.
and then
I wish.
who comes out? I want to say
Jimmy
Qui-Gon
Smith.
Jinn, but he's like it's what's his
Liam
name?
Neeson?
Liam Neeson just strolls out. He's just like, hey, what are you doing here? I sounded like Sylvester Stallone there for a second.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Hey, yo, Obi-Wan, how you doing? How you doing?
But yeah, I think
You're losing the foot. Yeah.
just seeing those characters on stage is awesome. So I would love to see that one.
That'd be sick. And I hope all these get recorded, if not streamed. Mine is gonna be easy then. I agree with all y'all on those, especially Ahsoka in the first one. High Republic panel, straight up.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the things we've seen. The High Republic show, roundtable things are fun, but I want to see the first 5 architects sitting on a stage with each other talking about the High Republic. Like, there's just something so special about Justina Ireland, Daniel Jose Older, Claudia Gray, Charles Soule, and Kevin Scott just talking High Republic.
Yeah.
And they have an energy about them. I hope that it's kind of like the Avengers, where they're like, we were gone for a bit, and now we're all coming back for Phase 3, and we're kind of doing this. This is great.
Yeah.
Phase 2 had its time, and again, we've talked ad nauseum about Phase 2. We'll continue to talk about it as it goes, but I just hope that it ends with saying, and here's Phase 3, and the cover is like, here we're surprising you. Look, it's Keith Trennis and Avar Chris, and or something. You
dude.
know what I mean? Like, I think that would be really great. So, whatever it is, though, I just hope that they get to be on stage and feel that love they felt last Celebration, because it was just absolutely massive.
Speaking of the High Republic, 2 things. Number 1,
Yes.
I hope that Claudia Gray tells us what the heck she has been doing.
That's
I'd love to know.
right.
She's been rewriting Quest of the Jedi for
I was
3
gonna
years.
say.
now. What are you talking about?
That was my second question. So, the current release date, supposedly,
As of
for Quest
recording.
of the Jedi, yes, is April 5th, which is 2 days before Celebration. Is it going to be out by then, yes or no?
No. No.
I know.
Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
Nope.
No. And I think it's been delayed 3
Nope.
or 4 times now, just for the
Oh,
record. I've been
at
keeping track. Yeah,
least.
at least.
Oh, yeah. No, there is. No.
And
Absolutely
it's not like it's a series either. It's a single
It's
issue
a
of a
one
comic.
shot.
And it had a cover.
Yep.
I think we're going to get the whole slate of what happens next in the Marvel comics, like post Return of the Jedi, before we ever get Quest of the Jedi.
Also,
Oh, wow.
Emma, I'm so sorry to do this. I just
Uh-oh.
Googled this. As of Star Wars Wiki, it's now out April 12th.
You serious?
However, as of the Dark Horse Comics website, it's now out April 19th. I don't know if it's been delayed in the last 30 seconds again, but those are 2 different release dates now.
Because
that
we
are all
said
after
it. Because we
Celebration.
said the name of
What?
Oh, God. I
it's
do
like the
think,
Queen's books all over again.
is it a money laundering scheme? Like, is there something about that book? Oh, that's coming, but it's fake, and that's just how they're moving funds around?
Could be.
Anyway,
It honestly
we'll
could
find
be
out.
at this point. I don't know. We'll see. We need Claudia to like update on this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the most pivotal. It can't be. It can't even close out the phase because it was scheduled
No.
to come out like initially.
It can't be pivotal at all. It legitimately cannot be at this
No.
point. Like, she has also written like at least 3 whole other non-Star Wars novels in the time since it was announced. So
right.
anyway,
The
hopefully
Quest of
we
the
see-
Jedi is the friends we made along the way.
Thank you, buddy. That's exactly it. But regardless, all of this and more, we will be bringing to you, of course, the Monday night after celebration ends. We'll have a whole show about it. Of course, the site will be updating folks as best we can. So stay tuned to all this stuff. Emma is going to be leading the team. And you know what? We'll be up at 6 as best we can. And keeping you all excited for it. Let us know what panel you are most excited for. Leave a comment on the video or hit us up on the socials, Discord. We want to hear everything as Celebration approaches because it is the best weekend to be a Star Wars fan. And I cannot wait to see what else is going to happen. But I think we did it. Emma, Timothy, y'all are great. Thanks for filling in. No
Thank
medical
you.
knowledge needed this week.
Thanks for having
You're all
us.
welcome back
It's always good.
anytime. Love you dearly. Wes, you're just consistency. You're my rock.
Eric, we're here.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here. Hey, look at us. Look at us.
We're just holding this thing together.
All right.
So proud of
And
you
I'll
guys.
keep holding on, but that'll do it for this week's episode of The Living Force. If you support us on Patreon, thank you so much. As Timothy said, keep an eye out for all the amazing content coming your way, and be sure to check out Emma and Corey on March 26th for that holiday special mayhem. A special thank you to Brian Dooley, Earl Q, Carl Sander, and Zach W on our Jedi High Council, and James T, Ashley Ingalls, and Chris Carrizo on our Alliance High Command. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at Eric Eilerson. Wes is at Boss Wes. Tim is at T Guthrie 2, and Emma is at Irma Jedi 26. A special thank you to Matt Davenport, our amazing editor, Ryan, our graphic designer extraordinaire, and Wes, our producer and community manager and sunscreen applier. A special thank you to Wes, Emma, and Timothy for joining me tonight. Thanks to all of you for watching and listening, and as always, may the Force be with you.